Prophet Shepherd Bushiri has hit back on Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi one more time, but this time around in a more diplomatic manner. I know you are wondering, what did Major One do again? But before we get into it, I hope you all remember that in the past few days, Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi took it upon himself to say some certain things that unsettled the followers of Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. Just so that we have this conversation in context, let's listen to what Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi said when he was giving a public lecture in Malawi.
Some of them are rich out of tithes and offerings. There is someone here in Malawi who is wanted in South Africa. I'm going to ask the minister to help me go past that house of that person and just tell him, there are questions for you there in South Africa that you must come answer. Whether you are a pastor or a politician, you don't have the right to steal from the poor. Not in the name of God, not in the name of our people.
He might have not mentioned a name, or did he have to mention a name? But anyone could tell that whoever that is being referred to by Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi is either Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, Major Provovo, or Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. Apparently, he's the only person who has to answer some questions in South Africa. So he left Malawians saying, leave our men of God alone. And on the other side, South Africans saying, we want Prophet Shepherd Bushiri to come back to South Africa and answer some questions. And Prophet Shepherd Bushiri himself, he wrote a very long letter addressing Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, calling him jealous and labeling him as someone who must mind his own business, as someone who has had a very poor political career. He even went ahead to ask him why he betrayed his brother, Julius Malema. Putting that aside, today Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, he had to send a message, and he invited one of Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi's close friends. I don't know if Prophet Shepherd Bushiri invited him or if Floyd Shivambu went to Prophet Shepherd Bushiri as a political move. But watch the video in which he was announcing the presence of Floyd Shivambu.
And this evening, we are also privileged to worship together with one of the great and wonderful man I know who loves Africa and support African affairs, religion, and more especially, he loves God. And he is also a businessman, a politician, a family man. And tonight he is with us. I'd like to recognize your presence. This is a wonderful man, Floyd Shivambu, all the way from South Africa. Allow me just to ask you to wave the church. Thank you for being here and praying together. We had a wonderful, fruitful conversations area to discuss different affairs and different things. You know, we have people who have different ideologies in different things. We have people who believe if you're a white person, you are an investor. And if you're a black person, you are corrupt. Men like Floyd believe in supporting Africans, encouraging people who are doing well, supporting them. And I'm so happy to have wonderful men like him in South Africa and in Africa.
The question that I raised earlier again is, did Major One invite Floyd Shivambu to send a message to the world that Ndlozi might have said this about me, but I still have the support of his brother? Or did Floyd Shivambu go all the way to Malawi as a political move? Or one might be wondering, how can this be a political move? I'm sure we can both agree that Bushiri is one of the most popular men in South Africa. He's one of the men with quite an influence in the land of South Africa. Not only South Africa, and Malawi as well. So could Floyd Shivambu trying to win the hearts of Bushiri's members in South Africa, since Floyd is still active politically? Remember, Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi is temporarily inactive in political affairs or in political matters, which gives him the liberty to say whatever he wants, whenever he wants, without being held accountable for what he would have said. But in the case of Floyd, any move that he makes with figures like Bushiri might have been calculated. They might have seen it as a move that would pull more South Africans towards their party. He recently joined a new party under the former president Jacob Zuma, and this could be a move to pull some of Bushiri's members in South Africa. And most of you wonder, I'm sure most of you are always wondering, why politicians never address matters that have to do with prophets, matters that have to do with pastors, or matters that have to do with figures that have an influence. Remember, when politicians look at people, when politicians look at masses, they do not do so from a point of morality. They do so from a calculative point of view. They see votes. They see voters. So anything they say and anything that they do, it must not affect their ability to pull numbers. So no one really can say anything against Bushiri as long as they are contesting in a political battle. Same applies in Malawi. There is no politician in Malawi that can stand against Bushiri, not even the president. I mean, there is no one who wants to win elections in Malawi who can stand against Bushiri. Because Bushiri is probably, if not the most popular man right now in Malawi. So anyone who dares to stand against him risks losing elections. Those are facts. You do not have to debate this one. Those are just facts as they are. They can't say anything against him. For if Bushiri wakes up today and then he says, this candidate here is not the one chosen by God. This candidate here is not the one God intends to lead this country. It might not have an immediate effect, but that seed to be planted in the masses, in the minds of masses, it can turn out into that candidate losing elections. Hence, I'm saying, could this be a political move by Floyd Shivambu to win some certain members of Bushiri in South Africa for his party? Could this be a PR stunt by the MK party to win the remaining Bushiri followers in South Africa? Otherwise, if it is not either one of these two reasons, what could have been the reason why Floyd had to go to Malawi? What do you think? If it's not a political move that benefits his party, or if he wants to throw shade at his brother, Mbuyiseni, I don't think there is cold blood between the brothers to the point of him trying to send a message to Ndlozi. After all, Ndlozi is not affiliated to any political party. What do you think? Or this is Bushiri who had to pull some strings to get Floyd on board, just so that he can water down everything Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi said, because it's important that he does it. Could it also be a PR stunt to restore confidence in Malawians, to restore confidence in his followers, so that they don't lose hope simply because someone who's as influential as Ndlozi had said something? But for him to be able to pull someone like Floyd, if it was Bushiri's call, for him to be able to pull someone like Floyd all the way from South Africa to Malawi, there must have been a great cost implication. And I hope you know what I'm saying. But you tell me what you think. and then we'll go deeper.